Waiting for Godot is one of the best examples of the theater of the absurd. Many of the absurdist plays had a negative or pessimistic view of humanity or life in general. Waiting for Godot seems to imply that life is meaningless, as the characters, Vladimir and Estragon, cannot do anything to advance the story. Their entire lives revolve around waiting for a person who may or may not exist. Every day a boy tells them he will surely be here tomorrow. Or is it every day? One of the themes of Waiting for Godot is time, or the lack thereof. The audience and the characters have no reference as to how time works in the play. Between Acts 1 and 2, Vladimir believes that a day has gone by, but Estragon disagrees and states that he has no memory of being there. Estragon's faulty memory causes doubt and makes it impossible to establish time. The only character with a decent memory is Vladimir, as he appears to remember the actions from the previous act. Even though he may remember the actions from the previous act, there's no way to tell if those actions were done in the past because of how time works in Godot. Time seems to go in cycles instead of following a linear path that we are familiar with. The main events seem to repeat themselves every day, such as Estragon waking up in a ditch or complaining about how his boots are too tight, even though he thinks that they're different boots. Even the appearance of Pozzo happens again, although Pozzo is different in the second act than the first. Even though time appears to be flowing in a linear path, there's no way to tell whether or not it's cycling, as the characters don't remember anything. There's no way to mark down or even give an example as to whether or not something happened in the past or in the future. Estragon left his boots behind, and the next day he wakes up and finds a different pair. Because of his faulty memory, there's no way to determine whether those are his boots or they're different boots. For example, if I put up this tape and I stick it on this white backdrop behind me, it will determine whether or not I've done something in the past. The recording will capture that tape and will establish that this is the end of the video. Now, if I forget about this tape on the wall, there's no way of me remembering if I've already done an action before, because this tape is supposed to show that I've been here before or I've done something before. The lack of memory that the characters have makes it impossible for them to know whether or not how much time they spent waiting for Godot. And the play ends with the characters unable to leave as they're still waiting for Godot. Waiting for Godot is one of the best examples of the theater of the absurd. Many of the absurdist plays had a negative